Welcome to my channel. Today we are diving deep into the world of personality disorders with a special focus on Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or the NPD. But first, let's answer the question, who is a narcissist? I know many of you keep on asking themselves about a narcissist, and they talk about a narcissist. But today, let's know who is a narcissist. Narcissistic personality disorder is a condition where individuals have that inflated sense of importance. They just feel they're important and they don't care about any other person. And they have a constant need of admiration and lack of empathy to others. They don't empathize. They really don't. And these traits can lead to challenges in relationships, work, and also personal life. But what does it truly mean to be a narcissist? What does it truly mean to be a narcissist? And how does NDP affect those who struggle with it? Let's see. Okay, in this video, we'll explore the key signs, behaviors, and misconceptions that hover around narcissism. Whether you are looking to understand somebody in your life or want to learn more about mental health, you're in the right place. So please, 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 hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Now, let's dive in. Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or the NPD, is a complex mental health condition that deeply impacts on individuals' relationships, career, and self-perception. It's a part of a broader category of personality disorders which have long-lasting patterns of behaviors and thoughts that deviate from the expectations of the individual's culture. So the NPD specifically affects how a person sees themselves and also relates to other people. Okay, so what I want us to see now is the symptoms, the causes, and also the potential effects of this NPD. So let's dive deeper into this issue. Here is a deeper dive into the NPD, or the Narcissistic Personality Disorder. And we've said we'll include its causes, its symptoms, and potential effects. So let's see the core features of NPD, or Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Number one is grandiosity. When I say grandiosity, this is a hallmark of narcissism. And people with NPD often view themselves as superior, unique, or exceptional. They believe they are entitled to special treatment, admiration, and privileges. I think you've seen all these characteristics in such people, and you'll never feel comfortable with them, because when somebody wants to feel they are superior to you, when they want to feel they are unique, when they feel they need that special treatment, would you really need to stay next to such a person? My guess is right, no. Yeah, so that is what I mean by grandiosity. Okay, the feeling of them feeling superior, uniqueness, and exceptional. Okay, and needing special treatment. All that is what I mean by saying grandiosity. So let's see the other one, the other feature. It's need for admiration. And narcissists are constantly seeking validation and attention. They need others to admire their achievements or attributes, and may become upset when they don't receive it. Yeah, they just need that admiration. When they pass, they need just people to see them and admire whatever they are doing, or seeking that attention. And the other one is lack of empathy. we've seen narcissists, they lack empathy. And by this I mean they struggle to recognize or relate with emotions and experiences of others. Yeah, because they don't empathize with anyone. So they often disregard the feelings and needs of others or those around them, and seeing them as tools to meet their own desires. They don't care about you. They don't care about any other person surrounding them. They're self-centered. It's only me, myself, and I. Okay. The other one is exploitative behavior. They just want to exploit others. So they tend to use other people for their own gain, and without considering the harm they may cause. They often manipulate or even deceive others to maintain control or even achieve their goals. Yeah, they exploit others for their own gain. They don't care how you're going to feel. They don't care about anything about you. What they care about is their own selfish gain. Okay, the other one is fragile self-esteem. And for this one, we say they may project confidence, but they are often highly sensitive to criticism or rejection. A blow to their ego, listen here, a blow to their ego can result to feelings of shame, rage, or sense of inferiority. So, this is it. The fragile self-esteem. You know, once they show, once, I don't know how to put it clearly, but they are often highly sensitive to criticism. And once you criticize them, boom, they're done. Their ego is done. Okay, so let's see the other one. One is envy, and a narcissist may harbor envy towards those they see as more successful or capable, believing that others are envious of them as well, and which is not the case. Yeah, because he or she is has that envy towards others. They also feel that others are also envious about them, and which is not the case. Okay, so the other one is about sense of entitlement, and people with NPD, expect others to cater to their needs and desires. When these don't happen, they feel that they are deeply wronged and mistreated. Yeah, because it's, I told you earlier on that it is about me, myself, and I. So if their needs are not met, okay, or their desires are not met, they feel deeply wronged, and they feel the other person is the one who is mistreating them, whereas that is not the case. Okay, so those are the core features of NPD. The exact causes of NPD aren't fully understood, but researchers suggest a combination of genetic and environmental and psychological factors. Genetic factors, these may be a hereditary component, and with certain personality traits being passed down through the generations. So that is the genetic factor. And the other one is early childhood experiences. And some theories, they suggest that overvaluation by parents, where a child is excessively praised, indulged, or made to feel superior. This can also lead to narcissistic traits. And conversely, neglect and abuse in childhood, these ones might also contribute to the development of NDP as a defense mechanism. Yeah, now those are some of the causes of NPD the ones that cause NPD. So let's look at the other one. One is cultural and societal influences. A culture that which places high valuation on success, image, and material wealth may also contribute to the development of narcissistic traits. And social media, for example, can this one, social media can also be a factor, an external factor to this. And when I say social media, this is a very good example which can exacerbate, it can really exacerbate this NPD. And when I mean exacerbate, I'm referring to something that has, which has become worse or even intense, often due to external factors or influences. If I may give you an example of that is as a patient symptom where it's exacerbated by stress. That is, the symptoms of that patient are, they become worse because of stress. That is what I mean by exacerbate. So social media is a very good example of that. And the desire for admiration and valuation. Because in social media we are having so many things that are not the real things. And when other people check on that, they think it is the real thing. So then they want to be like those people they are seeing in social media. So they have that desire to be admired and be validated. So the third one is NPD and relationships. So narcissism can severely impact personal and professional relationships. People with NPD, they tend to have difficulty forming genuine reciprocal relationships due to lack of empathy and constant need of admiration. Yeah, we saw that narcissists don't have that empathy. So when there's such a relationship, you can just imagine what will happen. So that in romantic relationships, narcissists often they gravitate towards relationships where they can be able to be the center of attention. So once they're in the center of attention, they might initially charm their partner, but over time their self-centeredness can lead to emotional neglect, manipulation, and emotional abuse. That is in a romantic relationship. And we've seen all this happening. Okay, and if it is the man, the lady really suffers. And if it is the woman, the man really suffers. Now, let's see NPD in relationships, in friendships. And while they may have superficial friendships, narcissists struggle to maintain close and healthy friendships because they are more focused on what others can do for them rather than offering mutual support. I go back to what I said, me, myself, and I attitude. So they're not in a friendship to offer mutual support. No, they're just there so that they can see what they can get for themselves rather than having that mutual support. Let's see in workplace dynamics. So in a professional environment, narcissists may excel in self-promotion but can also undermine colleagues to maintain their sense of superiority. They often expect special treatment and they struggle with authority figures if they feel their status is not threatened. When they feel their status is threatened. So that is how they behave in a workplace environment. Okay, and we've seen most of them. They want to be superior than the others, yet they're not. If you check in their in the, can I say, hierarchy, or in their workplace, who is senior than the other. They want to be senior than the seniors, if you understand what I mean. So that is how they behave. And once they feel that their status is threatened, they'll really have to have a struggle with the authority, and this will not go well with them. Okay, now let's see the diagnosis and treatment of, and see the diagnosing and the treatment of NPD. And this one, it involves a thorough assessment by the mental health professionals or specialists, and this is done through interviews and questionnaires. And the first one is the cognitive behavioral therapy, or the CBT, which is commonly used to help individuals with this NPD challenge. And this one, they alter their the patterns and their behaviors, and they also focus on developing empathy and understanding the impact of their behavior on others. So this one is the CBT therapy, and it normally it helps the individual who has this NPD challenge. The other one is the psychodynamic therapy, and this one and this approach looks at the unconscious process that contribute to narcissistic behavior, such as the feelings of inadequacy or insecurity, and often stemming from the childhood experiences. And I think this one is good because now they are digging deep into they're digging deep, and they have to find out what brings out this narcissistic behavior. And the other one is the group therapy, and these narcissists interact with others in a controlled environment, allowing them to see how their behavior affects others and also learn more about themselves. At least this one you will find even others who have this narcissistic, the narcissistic personality disorder, and they'll share, it's like you share more about yourselves, in a group, and you learn more, and you even here you learn more about what others are undergoing, and this is the benefit of that group therapy. And the other one is medication, and this one there's the medication, and this one is specifically for NDP, antidepressants and anti-anxiety, and medications might be prescribed if someone experiences conditions like depression and or anxiety. So that is about diagnosing and treatment, and we've said that we have about the three therapies, that is the cognitive behavioral therapy, the psychodynamic therapy, the group therapy the group therapy, and last but not least, medication. And those are the four ways that an NPD is diagnosed and treated. So let's see more about living with an NPD. With this disorder, acknowledging the problem can be very difficult, because many with NPD may not seek treatment because they don't see their behavior as problematic. They don't see that they have this problem. You are the one who is seeing that they have a problem, but to them, they don't have that problem. They blame others for their difficulties, and they also resist self-reflection. However, some may seek help during crisis, or when their relationship starts to deteriorate. And Those are the positive ones, but the negative ones will never ever admit that they have a problem. And let's see the self-awareness and charge. Sorry, in self-awareness and the change when you know you have the NPD. So treatment often involves helping individuals with NPD, and they recognize their patterns of behavior and understand the impact on others. This can be an emotionally challenging process, and it requires confronting deep-rooted insecurities and distorted self-perceptions. Yeah, they need to dig deep. They dig deep so that these insecurities come out and the distorted self-perceptions come out. And without that, nothing can go on. So let's see how you can set boundaries when you're dealing with this NPD. This is key for people in relationships with narcissists, and establishing clear limits on what is acceptable behavior. You have to establish clear limits on what is acceptable behavior. Okay, what is accepted? Okay, and this will help you emotionally, and it will really help you your emotional well-being. And the other one is support systems. Support systems, they also these are encouragement from your friends, your family, and even the therapist. Yeah, the therapist can come in handy in this situation, and they can help narcissists gradually develop more positive ways of interacting with others. Okay, so if you are a person who has this condition, NPD, I think the best thing is to seek help from a therapist. Yeah, your relatives might help you, your friends, but the best person in this field is the therapist, who will come in handy and sort you out. Okay, so we've seen living with NDP, or living with somebody with NDP. Number one, you have to be self-aware and change. Okay, the other one, you have to set boundaries, and the other one, you have to seek, or you have to have support systems. Okay, so now let's see on the common misconceptions of NDP, or those misconceptions that hover around NPD. Some of the misconceptions that hover around NPD condition is, it's just a big ego. It's just a big ego. That is one of the misconceptions. While these narcissists have inflated egos, their grandiosity often masks deep insecurities. Their behavior is a defense mechanism rather than a sign of true self-confidence. Underline the word self-defense mechanism. Okay, so there's something these people are hiding. So they have to mask their insecurities. Okay, so the other one is, the second misconception is narcissists can't love. Really? Okay, narcissists can form attachments, but their capacity for true empathy and mutual love is often limited. They tend to love others based on what they can get out of that relationship. Okay, for example, if a narcissist man sees a beautiful, successful lady out there, what does that mean? He knows what he wants. He wants the money. So he'll go there with his lovey-doveys and all that and manage to get that or hook that lady and make her comfortable in his surroundings. And then now, once he gets what he wants, now you'll see his true colors, his narcissistic behaviors. Okay, so that is what we are saying. They can love, yes, but based on what they want or what they can get out of that relationship. The other one is only extremely narcissists have NPD. Okay, here we see that there are varying degrees of narcissism, and not all narcissists display the same intensity of traits. Yeah, we see that, but now there are varying degrees of narcissism. Okay, so those are the three misconceptions of the NPD. That is, it's just a big ego, narcissists can love, and only the extremely narcissists have the NPD, which is just a misconception. So by understanding NPD, you can better navigate your relationship and interactions with individuals who are exhibiting these narcissistic traits, whether in personal or in a professional context. Okay, now let's go to the fifth one, and that is the role of society and social media in this NPD disorder. Okay, now let's see the role of society and social media. Society and social media. So in today's digital age, narcissistic traits can be exacerbated by social media, where people often display their lives in an exaggerated, curated manner. And there are platforms that reward this kind of behavior that narcissists thrive on. And this is the admiration, the attention, and the validation. And this can reinforce the tendency, making it harder for them to recognize the need for change. So for social media, this can also contribute to social comparison, where individuals with narcissistic traits constantly measure themselves against others, leading to feelings of envy and inadequacy if they don't receive enough praise or attention. Now you see what is happening here? This is all about social media and the role of the society. So we need to look at this in a very serious manner. Okay, now let's see the impact of children and parenting. We are still on this issue of NPD. So let's see the impact on children and parenting. So children raised by narcissistic parents often grow up in an emotionally toxic environment, and these children often may feel neglected, rejected, and overly criticized, leading to a skewed sense of self-worth. And these are some of the common effects on children raised by narcissists. Number one, low self-esteem. Narcissistic parents fail to provide the emotional validation their children need, leading to feeling of inadequacy. They just feel, I don't know, they're nowhere. They don't have that self-esteem even when they are with others, and you can notice them. Okay, and the other effect is people-pleasing behaviors. So children may grow up trying to meet their parents' unrealistic expectation, often losing their sense of identity in the process. Yeah, they lose their identity trying to please other people. Okay, the other one is difficulty with boundary. Such parents tend to invade their children's emotional space, making it hard for them to learn to set their healthy boundaries in adulthood. Now you see the damage that is being done by the narcissistic parent. Okay, and this can last. Okay, so the other one is difficulty with boundary. So such parents tend to invade their children's emotional space, having it hard for them to learn to set healthy boundaries in adulthood. And you'll find, by the way, you find some adults who can't set boundaries. And you wonder what's wrong with this one. But if you dig deep, you'll find the cause. A narcissistic parent was involved. Okay, so these are some of the effects that are you can find in children who are raised by narcissistic parents. So let's see the last one, and it's the struggles with trust and intimacy. Okay, such children may have difficulty forming healthy relationships later in life due to mistrust and emotional neglect. They can't trust anybody, whosoever. They don't trust anybody. Even if you do what, they can't trust you because of that background. Narcissistic parents. Okay, so you can see how parents who are narcissistic can really affect children's lives. Okay, and we've seen by the children having low self-esteem, them becoming people-pleasing and having those sorts of people-pleasing behaviors, having difficulty in setting boundaries, and also struggles with trust and intimacy. So let's see how we can help people with these narcissistic traits or behaviors. It's our role as the society. We can help them. Okay, we've seen some of them are positive, some of them are negative, but where we can help, we can help. Okay, where we can help, we can help. So let me say that NPD, or the Narcissistic Personality Disorder, is not just about vanity or arrogance. Okay, it's not about vanity or arrogance. It's all a deep-rooted pattern of behavior driven by insecurities and profound need for validation. Those with NPD often struggle with empathy, self-worth, and maintaining healthy relationships. While the disorder can be challenging, it's important to recognize that treatment, especially through therapy, can help individuals with NPD to understand and manage their behavior. My part in short here is the NPD, or the Narcissistic Personality Disorder, is not just about vanity and arrogance. It's all about deep-rooted pattern of behavior driven by insecurities and profound need for validation. And those with NPD often struggle with empathy, self-worth, and maintaining healthy relationships. While the disorder can be challenging, it's important to recognize that treatment through therapy can help these individuals with NPD and understanding and manage their behavior. So change is possible, but it requires self-awareness and willingness to confront deep-seated issues and commitment to growth. So let's help these people with NPD. Thank you so much for watching and diving into the world of NPD. That is the Narcissistic Personality Disorder with me today. I hope you found this information helpful and insightful. If you've learned something new, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and that way you won't miss out on more deep dives into topics that matter. And please, if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please be sure to share it with them, and let's keep the conversation going. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below, and I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and be curious to learn more and keep learning. Okay, so good health for all. Bye.